Woke up to a cool morning. Got the cold front running coming in. The weatherman says about 24 hours from now we're going to have our first freeze of the year. No big deal for most people, but with cold weather comes cold wind, and I finally get to see all three of these turning at one time. That's the only one making any real power is this one. When it turns, it needs to be up on that pole, and I may do that or may not, depends on how cold it gets. I don't get real enthusiastic in the cold weather. You can't see the power board, but you can see the green light. That's probably because of the solar. I'm going to turn the solar off, and I don't often see it create enough power by wind to light that light, but we're getting charged now, and it'll creates power pretty often, but not enough to charge the battery. I mean, it's just in addition to solar. But when the wind is the only thing doing it, of course, it's always got to die down right when I'm trying to look at the board. That one spins good, but it just didn't create any power. That's the wind blew. Looks good. I like to look at it. I like to see it spin. Oh, we might have a green light yet. Well, we did, and then I walked over to it. That's just the way it is. Come on, give me green. There we go. And it dies in. And that's the way it'll be for a little while. I'll need to get matching PMAs and get them all at equal height, and I think that would stay green most of the time, especially on days like today. I went back in and put on a sweater. It's just a little bit later in the day, maybe an hour or two. Drink my coffee. Woke up a little bit and came back out to see if it's still making a little bit of power. Now for those who have the horizontal wind turbines and enjoy showing everybody the amount of amperage your machines are making, you may be laughing your ass off right now, but this is I don't get wind very often, so wind is not my main priority for power making. It would be solar. There are places around me that when I was a kid you could tell that there was wind all the time because the trees would grow sideways, and that was usually on trees that were growing through the fence line around ranch lands where the cattle and horses had been eating off all the vegetation. So there are places around me that get a lot of wind on a regular basis, but I don't live in one of those spots. Which is of course why I have to do the bot. They don't like the idea of the horizontal wind turbines, especially in an area that was nicknamed Birdville 100 years ago because of all the birds that live in the area. We still have a lot of birds, and they want to protect them by not having the wind turbines that can kill the birds when they spin so fast the birds don't even see the blades. For the horizontal wind turbines, the folks can, the birds can see the blades and go around it. So killing birds is not an issue. I think the only one that's actually making that light up is the Freedom PMG on top of the pole. The Freedom 2 that's sitting on the ground here, when it turns, it puts out some big power. Well, twice as much as the Freedom PMG up there. Not green. I've got that set at well, let's see, we are at but there, so it's got to make more power than that before it turns that light green. So I said, on a Vought, you're not going to get the RPM that you would on a horizontal. It's just not possible. But the stronger the generator is, an alternator, PMA, PMG that I'm using, the more power that it would make. And these turbines don't have a lot of trouble making torque that would turn a PMA or PMG. And I had worried about the turbine being able to turn the Freedom 2 there, but it doesn't seem to have a problem with it. If I had it up higher, it would be turning just exactly like that one right there. For me to hook the one up there, I have to run a second wire. I don't know that I'm prepared to do that today. But it is nice to see these turn. It's a shame that I have to wait until winter or fall, actually, to start seeing it make enough power to light that light. But that's the way it is in this area. Get a little bit every once in a while. And we'll go ahead and turn the solar panels back on and let it get back to going on that. Curious about the temperature. That's without it hasn't been running, so that's the starting temperature on mine. Oh well.
Who'd have thunk it?